I'll tell you a very simple thing, which would be the basis for you to ascertain how far you are from your goal. There was, once again, a king. Not a monastery this time, there was a king. And this king, it was brought to his attention that a certain man is traveling through his kingdom who seems to carry a skull which has one eye. And they said, so what's so special about that? And they said, oh king, the thing is, it doesn't matter how much gold you weighed against, the skull is always on the heavier side. The scale is always tipping on the side of the skull. And the king said, there must be something, maybe this skull's got iron in it and this man sticking a magnet at the bottom of the scale or something. They said, nothing like that. We've examined, we have checked, king. The king said, I have to see this. So they bring the skull. And true to the word, they start putting gold coins on the one end and the skull on the other end with just one eye or a socket for an eye. It just weighs heavier. Ultimately, there's a point where all the gold in his kingdom, whatever the scale could possibly hold, is there on a bigger scale, but the skull is still heavy and the gold is still lighter. And the king says, look, what's this mystery? And the man says, it's very easy to solve this, O king. He takes a bit of mud and covers the eye. And immediately the gold falls the side of the scale down with a thud. And then they make the scale very light, the gold. Even one coin was heavier than the skull. The king said, look, I don't understand. What's the mystery? He said, this, O king, obviously is a human skull. And for the human eye, no amount of gold is enough until one day it's covered in the dust of its own grave. Now, you are enlightened when you feel it's enough. As long as you are still chasing, whether that's fame, power, status, wealth, there is work to be done. Am I even for a moment saying that when you reach that state, or as you get awakened, that you stop all efforts, or you don't grow, or you don't make a difference in this world anymore? No, on the contrary, I'm saying you do that with a complete sense of detachment. That you can walk away whenever you want to. If you cannot walk away, there is something that's holding you back. Sometimes it's responsibility, but other times it's just our attachment or our explanation of what's holding me back, or a perception of it, or interpretation merely. So you're enlightened when you are deeply content. As they say, Gaudan, Gajdan, Vajidhan, और रतन धन खान, जब आवे संतोष धन, सब धन धूरी समान. You may have all the wealth in the world. You may have you have stable cows, horses, gold, wealth, big bank balances, property. But it's when you earn the wealth of contentment, that's when in front of that, everything else is mere dust, if not just a speck of dust. So I think that's an easy way to gauge one's spiritual progress, or how far or close one is to know. I mean, everybody is already born a certain way, mostly enlightened. It's only our actions and our understanding of things in life that cloud our thinking. And in that covering, in that cloud, we are unable to see the truth sometimes. That's all.